What's up, guys? This is Alex, aka Fluka here, with my match for week 1 of season 4 of the NES, going up against Word. She's been around, I think, now since season 1. I think she came in season 1 after the test season. And she keeps getting better every year, and I think this is her year, because this was a really close match. She was playing really well. I make a couple of poor predictions in this game, and I'll try and point them out along the way. I have the things I need to set up and do what I need to do to beat her team. The Hitmon top actually was probably the biggest wrench in my plan, because everything else I pretty much was expecting. But she probably brought Hitmon top because she knew I would bring Registeel, which is smart. I don't know. She also probably just wanted the priority because it's got tons of that. But yeah, I don't make the predictions I need. I brought a lot of tech on this team in hindsight. And I didn't get to use any of it. I never clicked Fire Blast on Garchomp. I never clicked Natural Gift. I never clicked Natural Gift on with Sneasel. I should have just clicked it. I'll get to it. And I don't see Sunny Day with Entei, so I really rely on Rotom and Registeel a lot in this match, and I don't know how I feel about that. I guess that kind of is my playstyle. I use bulky walls to switch into hitters. I don't know, but looking at her team, I'm thinking she's gonna lead Mega Diancie because I know she does not want hazards up, and that's obvious because she has 2 hazard removers and a spinner, and the only thing on her team that's weak to rocks would be Ditto if it's switched in on Entei, Sneasel, or Pidgeot. So I considered leading Mega Pidgeot, to get my Mega off, but I opted to lead with Rotom as a more defensive lead, just to kind of see what she led with, and she ends up leading with her Ditto. So I don't want to take unnecessary damage here because I'm Assault Vested. And I know it's going to switch out. So I switch into Registeel because I know it can eat the hit. It's not going to do anything to me. Yeah, we're especially defensive. We're going to get our leftovers back. It literally did 6 damage. 7, whatever. But so now I can't be in here. So I switch back into my defensive Rotom. And I'm going to eat up a nice Fake Out. Again, we don't have recovery because we are Assault Vest, but here is one of the bad predictions I make. I go for a Volt Switch here. Gastrodon, I mean, I guess I was thinking about it, and I was actually fine with him switching to Gastrodon because I have the HP Grass, but I could have got a 2-ko if I had predicted it, and that was I do only take a little bit of damage here, but so here I know she's gonna switch because there's no way she's gonna get the Gastrodon go down this early. It's at half health. It probably has recover. I mean, it's valuable, and I know that, so I should be making a bold prediction. Instead, I go for the HP Grass, and she switches into Scizor, which is a quad resist, and I do literally 3% damage. I should have been more aggressive here. I should have clicked one of my other moves. All 3 of my other moves, Gastrodon is immune to, but it literally just showed the best thing it can hit me with is Scald, and that did 3% damage to me. So I really should have been more aggressive here. Scizor is one of the things that prevents everything on my team that can sweep. Has one thing that's blocking it. Scizor is a problem for Garchomp. No, it's not. It's a problem for Sneasel, for sure. I can't even have Sneasel on the field because this thing is around. And it does kind of threaten Pidgeot with Bullet Punch if I let Pidgeot get weak. So I need to get rid of Scizor as fast as possible. And I need to get rid of either Diancie or Hitmontop. in order to do what I need to do. So I should have been more aggressive here. I think I do go for a Thunderbolt now. No, I go for a Volt Switch now to get out. I should have either Volt Switched or Thunderbolt before, and I'm going to go into Colossus because now I'm on the back foot and I have to make a defensive play. So I go into Colossus, I take a knockoff, I lose my leftovers. That sucks. So here I believe I go for a Seismic Toss. Oh no, here I go for an HP Fire because I think, oh, I'll show how techie I am because I have HP Fire on my Registeel. Why did I do that? And it goes into Gastrodon and it takes 2 damage. Actually, was that a crit? That's not a crit. It did 4% damage, but then it heals 6, so it did negative 1.4 damage. But I at least am able to get a Toxic off for half my health. Kinda, sorta worth it. So here I can't let this thing go down, so I'm going to switch into my Assault Vest Rotom. I finally make a good prediction because I'm immune to Earth Power. Whoop-de-doo. Way to go, me. And the Toxic's whittling it way down. Now here, I did predict the Scissor to come out because, like I just said, Toxic's stacking up. I don't think it's worth sacking Rotom yet. She can still use it to eat a hit or two. And I do make the bold prediction, and I go in for Thunderbolt. I get a crit. This crit definitely matters. Let's note that. I definitely got a crit that mattered. That's 1 for me. But so here, she's going to go for the Bullet Punch, and that allows me to finally get the first kill of the match at turn 11. Not bad. A lot of mind games in the beginning of this. So we fire off the Thunderbolt, and we do kill Scissor. So that's 1 kill for Rotom. So now she goes straight into Latios, and I think she probably knows that this thing's Assault Vest by now. So this kind of tells me that it's Scarfed. It's either Scarfed or Specs. And I predicted to be Scarf in the Team Builder, I believe. So here I'm going to switch. I don't switch, actually. What the hell? Because I thought I was going to go for a Psyshock. I take an Energy Ball. Not good. And I Volt Switch out into... I think I go into Sneasel. Because I think it's choiced. And I can eat up an Energy Ball and fire off a knockoff and get rid of its Choice Scarf. So that was my thinking here. So that's exactly what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for a knockoff, and I'm going to get rid of Hitmontop's Assault Vest. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but any chip on this thing is great for me. Now here, I can't stay in, so I switch into Rotom and I sack it off. Rotom's done well. I like the way it worked. It works kind of like how I use Registeel, and I think I'm going to really like using it this season. We may have a new franchise on the team. But it dies early, but it lived the hits I needed to do to kind of get a little bit of chip damage. So here, I know it's not going to have its Assault Vest, so I can get my Mega off. And I go for the Hurricane. Now, here, I get the Confusion, which is nice. I believe I go for a U-turn here, if I'm correct. I think I go for a U-turn on this turn. She hard switches out into Diancie, and I U-turn. Now, I don't think I should have U-turned. I think that was a really dumb play. I understand why I did it. Actually, no, I don't, because I thought Laddie was Scarfed. So if I was worried about taking damage from Laddie, I should have hard switched. And if I was going to say it's not Scarfed, or it's Scarfed and therefore it can't do enough damage to punch through me because I'm a fat bird, I can eat 1 hit and kill it, I should have Hurricaned. So he should have hard switched or Hurricaned. There was no reason for me to U-turn here, because with what did happen, if I had Hurricaned, I would have taken maybe 20 to 30% off of Diancie. I know it's not Mega Evolved and resisted, so maybe I wouldn't have done that much. I mean, a physical U-turn did 5, and that's also not effective. So stat base 120 special move, I would have done at least 25%. And then I would have been in against Diancie. She would have thought she was comfortable. I could have hit HP Steel and killed it. But instead, I made a really weird... I don't know why I did that. I can't tell you, I can't think about what I was thinking. This is one of the problems about not doing live comps. I can't preserve my idiocy. But so this was a misplay. So we're up because of a crit. Oh no, we're tied because of a crit. and we have a misplay. So we're gonna U-turn into Garchomp here. Now this is also a weird switch because it shows that I'm scarfed for no reason. I think Sneasel would have been a better switch here, or Registeel. Either or. I could have gone for an Iron Head Seismic Toss combo. Gastrodon and Hitmontop would have been pretty low at that point. I think, especially with the Toxic on the Gastrodon, that could have killed them. So I think those would have been better switches too. I basically just show them Scarf here, go for an Iron Head, and I'm just gonna start taking rough skin damage because she goes into my Garchomp. And now I've given her. Now she has Scarf Garchomp. Why did I do that? Why did I let her take Scarf Garchomp? That's a really good Pokemon, but I predict the Dragon Claw, so I go into Registeel to eat the hit. And at this point, I'm thinking I have two things I can do. I can either, excuse me, I can either Toxic the Ditto, and that'll put it on a timer, or I can Seismic Toss the Ditto. And at the end of the day, I thought about it. Ditto, excuse me, the one thing Ditto doesn't get is your HP stat, and Ditto is a really shitty HP stat. So I figured the guaranteed damage would be better, because any chip damage on Ditto is better, especially since it's only in for 1 to 2 turns at a time. So I figured I could do like 30% to it, or I could do like 24% to it over 4 turns. You know what I mean? So I do go for the Seismic Toss here, and in combination with Dragon Claw and Rough Skin, that is going to kill me. So Registeel goes down. No kills to its name, but it did its job, goddammit. So here, I go into Sneasel because there's a Scarf Garchomp in front of me. I don't know what to do. I priority Ice Shard, so I go for it, and I get a second crit. Crit definitely mattered, because this thing stops my team. Especially the way I'm looking now, I'm down to, I don't have any walls left at this point, so that crit definitely matters. So that's 2 crits for me. So take this one with a grain of salt, especially since it was so close. But I'm going to go into Garchomp here, predicting the physical fighting move or fake out, either or. I was expecting close combat, actually. If she had close combated, I would have lost. Plain and simple. Because I needed Garchomp to help clean up at the end, kind of. Not really. It dies soon, but Garchomp was crucial for this. But so here I'm going to go, what do I go for? Dragon Claw? I go for an Earthquake. Not going to kill the Gastrodon, but I am going to be able to either threaten it out or she can switch. But I switch here. Again, poor decision. Now, I guess the reason I didn't switch was because I was worried about the Lati switching in. But again, I should not have switched. Mega Pidgeot is really valuable still. It can punch through everything on our team. I can eat a hit from Lati. The only problem is a Ditto to it, really. But if I can just get a little more chip damage on Diancie, I can OHKO it. So I shouldn't. I don't know. If I was going to switch, I should have switched into Sneasel, because nothing this thing can do can really hurt Sneasel, and at this point Sneasel's kind of useless. I overvalue Sneasel, should have switched into Sneasel. Instead I take a fat Ice Beam to Pidgeot, and now I can't live any hit from a Scarf Lati. So the more I'm looking back on this match, I played really badly. Really recklessly, because I wasn't talking out loud. That's so weird, but I'm able to get a kill. I'm able to get a kill with the Pidgeot, and here I'm going to switch into Egret, making the prediction like I said I should have done before. I predict an Ice Beam, or a Thunderbolt. I was predicting Ice Beam though because of the Garchomp too, but I predicted an Ice Beam, which is great because now I know this thing can't hurt me. This is probably one of the only good predictions I make this game. Because now it can't kill me. I can threaten it out. If I had Pursuit on this thing, it would have been so good. But I instead know that I can go get a knockoff off. Get a knockoff on Hitmontop, which is just more damage. And I think I'm going to switch out again. Yeah, I switch out into Garchomp. Should have just Ice Sharded. I'm faster than it. I should have ice sharded. I could have saved damage on Garchomp and gotten the kill. Especially since it turns out to fake out. I don't know. Looking back on this, I made a lot of mistakes. Because now I just take more damage on Garchomp instead of saving it to kind of help me in the end of the game. But Garchomp's going to get a rough skin kill. Which is his only kill in this match. Oh, God. And now she's going to confirm that she is indeed Scarf. So she kills me with her Scarf Laddie. So now I know that I'm immune to Side Shock on this thing. So maybe Dragon Pulse would have been a better move. If you didn't have Dragon Pulse, I guess Ice Beam. Yeah, I guess that was her best move then. But anyway, I'm able to manipulate that if she didn't have Dragon Pulse. She had Draco instead, which makes sense. And I'm able to finally kill off this Ditto. He's still getting a nice kill there. And here, I make another misplay. Now I'm thinking about it. I just assumed Metal Claw would kill. I'm going to go for a Metal Claw. And you're going to see it only does like 60%. Yeah. And then I die to a Diamond Storm. And she gets a +2 defense. If I was running a regular Entei, I would have lost here. Actually, I guess I wouldn't because of... No, I don't go into Entei. But again, why? Why did I do this? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I should have swapped out. Wait, like, let's go back here. Here, I go for the knockoff. I kill the Ditto. Right? Good move. And then she goes in, yeah, so she goes into Diancie, and I stay in. When I know she has Scarf Laddie in the back that's weakened. I should save Sneasel as my insurance policy to Scarf Laddie. I should go into Entei here, sack off Entei, because all three of my mons are weak to rock. All she has to do is click Diamond Storming, and she can sweep my team. Entei's slower. I'm not going to get the Sunny Day off. I should switch into that, go into Pidgeot, HP Steel, try and take a hit from the Laddie, and Ice Shard for game. That's the smart way of doing it to make sure that I guarantee to win. But instead, I do this stupid thing. I sack Sneasel, and it all comes down to living a hit. Now, it is an Entei. Entei does have a great HP stat, so, like, in hindsight, it's not that bad, and I can over-criticize my game. You're just going to see the end of the game. I use HP Steel, and it's exactly what I just say happens. I can't take a hit because I took that Ice Beam earlier. She kills me. And then here, luckily, Entei has a great HP stat. I'm able to go for the Z Flamethrower. Don't even get to use Z Sunny Day. Show it off. But because she resists all my hits, and I just got to make sure I hit it as hard as I can. And that's going to be the end of the game. It doesn't even show that I'm a special set, so... a lot of things I didn't like about this match and how I played it. But if you stuck through this to the end and you've heard me hating on it, this is actually really helpful for me because now that I've gone through it and pointed out all my mistakes, I'm going to be more noticeable of them. So if anybody else is in the league and wondering if they should try doing these post-comms, I highly recommend it. I also really like doing live comms. I might go back to that next week. We'll see. I feel like they're more coherent than these, but I don't know. We're going to try it out. Also next week, our boy CO made us a layout today. I just wanted to record this now and make sure it was up before Wednesday. So I'm not going to use it this week. I'm going to mess around with it in the week as soon as I get the finished copy of it. And we'll see what I can hopefully make some nicer looking videos in the future. But that's it for me today, guys. We're 1-0, but only by 1 and barely by 1. So good game word and have a good rest of the season. And hopefully we can start playing better so we can make playoffs. Anyway, bye guys.